Good morning, Coastal Bend. It's meteorologist Carly Smith. We have been a little foggy throughout the morning. Not the worst fog, but some sea fog expected to continue. On your beachcast, we are looking at temperatures hanging out in the upper 70s. The sea surface temperature is still cooler than the air temperature, so that can allow for some fog to develop. Additionally, there are some signs in the tide forecast that we are looking at a little bit of coastal flooding. High tide was at 6:17 a.m. and while it was higher than normal, it was not up to the dunes as of today. That could change on down the road the rest of the week. Our waves are about 3 feet every 7 seconds with a moderate rip current risk today, and that UV index will be very high as we see the clouds breaking into this afternoon. Hey there everyone, it's meteorologist Carly Smith. The time now is 11:06. This is just a week ahead, especially we're focusing today on the surf report. So yeah, a lot of exciting things happening. The Texas State Surf Competition, I believe, if I understand right, is going to potentially be in town this weekend. So if you're headed to JP Luby, look out. That's where all of the festivities would be. But yeah, let's get into our weather update, shall we? So right now, this is our current wave condition. It is 4 foot at every 8 seconds out at the Corpus Christi buoy. Our air temperature is 74, the water temperature is 72. So as our air temperature gets warmer throughout the day, because of our southerly to easterly winds, we will likely continue to see the warmer air cool and then condense as it nears the coast. So that's something to keep in mind. If the air temperature and the water temperature are the same, we're getting fog, and so we're pretty close to that. So that's why we do have the low stratus layer as well across the region. And additionally, we've got a stationary boundary that's helping provide some convection as well. No storms expected today. Very slim chance for some rain, a little mist or light sprinkle, more so tomorrow morning. Wave heights, check this out, lower today. They're going to be lowering, but our winds pick up on Tuesday. We get a southeast wind 16 miles per hour that really picks up into Wednesday. Be ready for some strong, potentially hazardous winds, especially out on the water on Wednesday. That wind will be out of the south. This is sustained at Port Aransas, potentially around 27 miles per hour. I do anticipate some gusts around 30, 35, possibly up to 40 miles per hour on Wednesday. So that's going to create rough conditions at sea, a little hazardous, especially for mariners. Use caution, right? Wednesday is not going to be a great day. Wave heights continue to build as we head into Thursday. Winds calm down just a tad. Friday, we're about 20 miles per hour. Then Saturday is actually looking like a pretty sweet day, right? The winds get a little lighter. Our waves are still running high. Still an onshore wind, so it's not perfect, but what we see happening into Sunday is that wind shifts. It's out of the north and, well, it's windy. So Sunday could be a bit rough out there, but windy conditions are going to continue as well as high wave action both Saturday and Sunday. Now, the exact timing of the cold front can still change. It's still 7 days out, so we'll have to see which direction those winds will be going. But if you are interested in a surf forecast, we have maybe I did winds first. We have wind that we're watching, right? Light wind today, strongest wind Wednesday, but still rather breezy Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, lighter winds. Sunday, stronger winds. So the gust on Sunday, pending the timing of the front, could be up to 40 miles per hour, so we will have to keep an eye on that. That can create some pretty hazardous conditions out at sea. Additionally, Wednesday looks to be the windiest day. We'll talk about why in just a second, so stick around. Wave heights will be big with a higher wind. We're talking 5 to 6, maybe even up to 7 feet. Periods roughly 6 to 8 seconds throughout the upcoming week. So pretty sweet conditions. At times it can be messy though, so keep that in mind if you are headed out. And big waves can be dangerous. Rip current risk is going to be elevated. Now, typically once we get over 10-second periods, which really only comes with things like tropical storms or really light winds in the area, that's when our rip currents get really dangerous. So muggy meter is going to keep us muggy through Friday and even into Saturday, but Sunday with that front, we may be seeing our dew points fall. So let's talk weather, right? A very low chance for a little bit of mist, light sprinkle, but overall mostly just stratus clouds throughout the day today and into the overnight hours. As we head into Tuesday, a low chance for a little bit of mist, fog, as well as stratus. Stratus I anticipate sticks around all day Tuesday. Now Tuesday and Wednesday, we get a line of thunderstorms developing along the cold front and possibly the dry line. What that's going to do, it's going to up the risk of severe weather. Notice Corpus Christi, we're not expecting the cold front to make it this far south. So not the best conditions, and if you are hoping for more rain this week, it doesn't look great until possibly the weekend, which would impact beach conditions. However, right now it looks like most of the rain stays to our north. Look at the storm system though. Another one moving in this weekend, providing some snow behind it for areas that will likely see some severe weather there into Kansas, possibly even the Texas Panhandle. So that's pretty wild to think about as we're kicking off April, y'all. High pressure builds, drier conditions into next week, but we are watching that low pressure system that does bring us a chance of rain. So today, the severe weather risk, it is across the southeast and the east coast. Wait, let's go back. Then we'll go to tomorrow. So Tuesday, that severe weather risk up through the plains and into the Midwest. Then Wednesday, that really becomes a day we are keeping a close eye on. This is 3 days out, so conditions will likely only worsen as confidence grows in how this will play out. But right now it is a level 3 enhanced risk of severe weather for Arkansas, areas of East Texas, northern Louisiana, northern Mississippi, and then into western Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, as well as all of Indiana and Illinois, and then into southern Michigan. That's a level 3 out of 5 risk, which means we are pretty confident that severe thunderstorms will form. Not everyone in that area will see a severe thunderstorm, but most locations will at least be able to tell the sky is not great when it comes to severe weather. So what I want to emphasize for us here in the coastal bend, South Texas, and anyone that isn't anticipating any storms with this event, south of the event, so kind of Houston and south of there, what we are looking at is the low-level jet really kicking up Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. That's going to boost our wind. So when I'm talking about wind getting rowdy this week, this is what I'm talking about. I think Tuesday into Wednesday we could see some 35, 40 mile per hour gusts. The clouds are going to be pumping, but what this does is the low-level jet is the moisture flow and the energy flow coming off the Gulf of Mexico up to where those storms are developing. So without the low-level jet, we wouldn't have severe weather in the plains. That's the moisture stream. If we don't have moisture, we don't get storms. And so this is what's going to pump that moisture to where the storms are going to form based on the cold front or the boundary that sets up. So not great. The yellow, definitely a higher risk of storms because of the low-level jet. Where we are into the green and the blue, that really just means we're going to be windy as the storms are forming to our north. We're going to be in the moisture flow, the enhanced risk staying to our north. So rainfall potential is going to be where most of that severe weather is going to be as well. That's going to be, again, in kind of the mid-Mississippi River Valley up into the Ohio River Valley and portions of the Midwest. That's where the flooding risk is going to be. Even North Texas having a bit of a flooding risk as well. We are not anticipating much in the way of rain now. Saturday and Sunday, we saw that on Futurecast. There is a chance for some rain. You do see our clouds starting to break now on our Lex camera, which is great. But it's 81 degrees right now. Feels like it's 86. Temperatures will warm into the mid and upper 80s easily today. Feels like temperatures in the 90s, y'all. We'll see mostly sunny skies into this afternoon and evening. So 90s are now the question, especially for areas inland that see more sunshine. As we take a look at our low temperatures, clouds developing again, some patchy fog will be likely, very similar to this morning. Winds still for the most part light Tuesday morning, but they will ramp up throughout the day on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we're anticipating south-southeast winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Gusts could get up to 30 miles per hour. Not only Tuesday, but Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That front timing we're still going to be nailing down as it's still 6 to 7 days out, but there is an anticipated storm system that makes its way across Texas. How much rain we see here in South Texas still will be ironed out throughout the upcoming days, but right now it doesn't look great, right? If we see rain, it will likely be a low amount and it will likely be an isolated to scattered type of scenario where not everybody sees the rain. But That's what we're looking at for now. We'll keep you up to date with the latest information right here on our social media platforms, 3 News Plus, and of course on 3 News on your television. So on 3 News Plus, that's a cool way to watch if you do have a Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Apple TV. It's an app just like Netflix, but it's only 3 News content. So tune in there if you can. That's going to do it. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith, signing off for this live update.